Hey bookworms, and welcome back to Get Me a Library. Today I'm doing a tag. Now this is called the tea tag. Okay, so I can't remember where I saw the tea tag before. If I have seen the tea tag, I'm not sure. If you've seen the tea tag anywhere else before me, let me know before and I can say thank you to the people that did it, because this tea tag is really good. Tea tag is 5 teas, like most common teas you can get. I know you can get lots of different types of tea, but these are the 5 that I decided to pick. 5 different types of tea, and whatever that type of tea is like, we're finding a book that relates to it, or a character that relates to that type of tea. Or a character that relates to that type of tea. So the first tea is black tea. So black tea is dark tea, which was literally just tea bag in hot water, let it brew, take tea bag out and drink it like that. So the black tea is a dark book or a dark character. So it could be a dark looking book, it could be a book that features dark things, or it is a dark character within any book. It could be a nice sunny bright book, but it's a dark character in that book, and it's completely up to you what you choose. So I chose Alice by Christina Henry. The reason I chose this is because it's one of the most darkest books I've ever read that is a young adult kind of book. I wouldn't class this one as young adult. I class it as an older young adult, like more mature, whereas some books that she's written, like Lost Boy, would be lighter, if that makes sense. It's only because this one, I have got a review, I'll link it here so you can find out why, but it is very, very dark. Like, there's a lot of stuff in it which is very dark. It's written absolutely amazing, otherwise I wouldn't have read it, and she is now one of my favourite authors, but this book is dark, so it had to be a dark book. Now the next one is Oolong tea. Now this is a tea which is not robust as black or as subtle as green, but it has floral scents. So I thought a book which is fresh in your mind, or a new book that you've either read, want to read, about to read, or are going to buy to read. So the book that I chose is a book that I am reading now, so that is Being Alpha, and that is by Eileen Erin. So that book is the last one in the series so far. There is another one which I just found out about, which is called The Lunar Court, and that is coming out next year. So it's fresh in my mind because I'm reading it. So the next one is green tea. Now this has got loads of different flavours, because you can get so many different types of green tea. You can get green tea and lemon, you can get green tea which is like any sort of like fruit scent in it, I can get orange green tea, so there's so many different flavours you can get for it. So I thought a book, a lot of colourful characters, or a very colourful book. So the book that I chose is Splintered by A.G. Howard. Now she wrote a book which is basically Alice in Wonderland. It's like another retelling on Alice in Wonderland and about different types of characters. So I didn't choose Alice in Wonderland because, well, it's obvious that that's got colourful characters in it. So I thought I'd think of something which was equally as colourful and still very similar, so that's why I chose this one. So the next tea is white tea. Now white tea is black tea with milk, so a book that took you longer to read. The reason I chose it like that is because some people can drink black tea like me, but if it's not good enough you add milk to make it better. So this is a book that took me a lot longer to read, so I had to sort of like make myself read it, so I had to add milk for it to be good. Okay, so the one that I chose is A Jigsaw of Fire and Stars. So this book was good. I did like reading it, but there was a lot of the story which I didn't really get. Like a lot of it didn't, to start with it was okay, but then I found that there was something missing. It was sort of like suddenly the story appeared. Okay, and the last one is Puer tea. So this is aged black tea. So an old book you love, or an old story that has been retold. I chose was A Little Princess. So I chose an old book, and I love this book. It's the oldest book that I own, and it's such a lovely sweet story, and it's not very long, and there was a film about it, and it's just a book that I will always remember and always treasure and love. So that is my tea tag. I now tag you to do my tea tag. If there's any other types of tea that you want to add to it, Let me know what you've added and what books you chose. I love doing tags because it's really cool to like make something into a book. So yeah, I will be doing more of those tags. I've got loads lined up and I'm really excited to start doing them and show you. But yeah, as per usual, like and subscribe if you liked it and you want to subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below your tags and your teas that you picked for your tags and your books that you picked for your tea tags. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go now and make myself a cup of tea. See you guys soon. Bye!